My name is Andrew Fletcher and I play Ramesses Richards.
Ram!
They are invited to attend some kind of, they think it's some kind of scavenger hunt. They're not sure what it is. They all get a message from one of the other characters to go on an adventure together.
Blimey, feel like I'm in the flipping Goonies.
There you go.
Yeah. Looks like he wants to meet us at Black Hill tomorrow.
Well. The plot thickens.
That place is supposed to be cursed.
The hills ever high.
Oh, don't, Caddy.
Get to meet a lot of interesting characters and do a lot of growing and developing, along with meeting up for the first time in a long time. Ram is the member of the group who has kind of made it as a Hollywood celebrity. He's very flash and thinks a great deal about himself. He kind of believes that he's sort of like the heart and soul of the group, and that turning up will be this amazing thing that everyone will be very excited to have him around. And I think a lot of people are excited to have him back, but I think his ego gets in the way of quite a few things. Ram's quite a big personality. It was interesting to get into that mindset. There was a lot of sort of trying to portray arrogance without coming across as arrogant myself. I don't know, I didn't want to get too lost in sort of the way he thinks. It's kind of difficult because you don't want the character to be kind of like a caricature. I have been known to have a bit of an ego from time to time. I love having everyone around, I love like the social situation, I like to try and bring people together. I did recently move cities last year, so I have that sort of disconnect from like my friends, which I kind of used to try and tap into the character. He's a very enjoyable person to get in under the skin of, and I just tried to have fun with it. I spent a lot of time sort of watching interview footage of characters such as Johnny Depp and unfortunately Russell Brand, which was probably not a good idea, but those kind of like flashy sort of like Hollywood actors who see themselves as some kind of like guru, or I think they're so enlightened, that kind of mentality, so larger than life Hollywood personalities, and tried to bring that to the role, as well as sort of like my personal experiences. Ram's origins, where he kind of grew up from as a young lad, is pretty much the same life that I've had, so trying to connect those two things was an interesting challenge. I did get quite a lot of kind of imposter syndrome. All of the other actors were acting as if I was this star. That was starting to make me feel a little bit uncomfortable, because I was like I don't want any kind of like that kind of treatment. It made me feel a bit weird, but then I got used to it and kind of milked it a bit. Everyone is always giving feedback and praise and constructive criticism when it's needed, so it was very easy to sort of lean in and trust what these people were saying and use that to like get the best performance that you could. It was an amazing group to be a part of. There was a lot of scenes of people like walking from one place to another over like beautiful landscapes and stuff, and there's a lot of camaraderie between the characters, and yeah, a lot of the group scenes were lovely to film as a unit. There was a beautiful time when we were on top of a hill, and we just turned around and the whole countryside was just filled with wild horses, all just like rolling around and like playing together, which like is beautiful, but like probably not what you want in the back of a shot. It was like just such a wonderful 2 weeks, and it was like one of the best times of my life, if I'm honest. So yeah, it was wonderful. I guess the character dynamics. There's a lot of characters who go from being very close friends to having situations that drive them apart or bring them together, things like that. You see two characters who will have not spoken to each other throughout the entire film, and then you realise why perhaps they're not speaking to each other, and then something happens to bring them together. There's a lot of character interplay, which I think that's the heart of the film, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you know, there's a lot of horror and suspense and comedy, but I think the through line of everyone is the bond that people have, and where their stories go individually as well as together.
Did you just hear that?
Follow us on social media.
Caddy, be careful.